Who are we talking to?
Ourselves.
Welcome back to Mc&Marren podcast. Continuing on with our back-to-school nostalgic tour, we are taking a ride on the McMagic School bus.
Please let this be an ordinary field trip.
With the Frizz?
No
way!
Oh.
So yeah, Magic School Bus, classic show. Got a reboot. Have not seen it yet, so cannot talk about it. We're going to be talking about the classic show.
Yeah. So the Magic School Bus was actually based off of a series of children's books written by Joanna Cole and illustrated by Bruce Deegan. I'm probably going to butcher that name. The books, as well as the TV show, seems to focus on the adventures of the kooky yet lovable teacher Miss Frizzel and her quote-unquote Magic School Bus to take her class on a bunch of various field trips that are definitely out of the ordinary, to say the least.
Think if Mary Poppins decided to become a school teacher.
Yet that is slightly less terrifying than I initially thought it would be. So the actual book series was first published in 1986.
Published by who?
Scholastic Books.
You mean the same people from the book fair?
Yes, the same people from the book fair.
Real talk, how many of us bought the pointer hand at those book fairs?
Everyone.
And of course, the pen that could write in multiple colors.
Yep. Also, the various posters of athletes or other things that you didn't really need.
Yep.
How many people actually bought books?
I actually did buy books. Now, books pertaining to what subject matter, though, that is a different story.
I think I got my first Series of Unfortunate Events book at a Scholastic Book Fair.
I always wanted to get the Ripley's Believe It or Not book, but that was the one book Mom always said I couldn't get.
I actually got that one year. It was actually very interesting. Anywho, but back to the original plot. So the Magic School Bus was first published in 1986 with the Magic School Bus book with the Magic School Bus at the Waterworks, and then the last book was actually published in 2020.
Wow, it outlasted the TV show. TV show lasted from 94 to 97.
The last book was The Magic School Bus Explores Human Evolution. But yeah, as Colin said, the television series was from 1994 to 1996 and ran on PBS, along with other classic kids TV shows such as Arthur and Sesame Street. We'll probably have to save those for next year.
Probably.
All right, but so the Magic School Bus, like we said, stars Miss Frizzle, and in the TV show, she's voiced by Lily Tomlin. Her kids, and actually the theme song, which is still a classic, by the way, is performed by singer Little Richard. No wonder it's so catchy.
Cruising on down Main Street.
Does anyone know any of the words other than Cruising on Down Main Street and Magic School Bus?
Not really.
Octopus in the Neighborhood? So the other kids in the class are Arnold, the red-headed, for lack of a better word, stick in the mud, who always wants there to be a normal field trip.
I always thought he was the nerd who wanted to play it safe.
I guess that's true. Although he did have a really annoying cousin.
Doesn't everybody?
True. He is voiced by Danny Tamborelli. Then we have Carlos, voiced by Daniel DeSanto. Carlos was...
Class clown.
Yeah, class clown.
But Carlos, the voice actor for Carlos, was probably the most famous of all the kids who were voice actors at the time. He would go on to be in...
Stop throwing
Sorry.
stuff.
Okay. He would go on to be in Are You Afraid of the Dark? Mean Girls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who was he in Mean Girls?
Not one of the girls.
No, not one of the girls. He is, I think his character name is David. He's the one who was dating Gretchen, but then he went with somebody else to Regina's party, and it was a big deal. But then he's still cheering for her he's the guy who gets hit in the face with the boombox at the Christmas pageant.
Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But look at what else he's been
He's in Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day.
Yeah, he's the killer.
Okay, did not know that.
So once again, saying he's probably the most famous of the children actors.
All right, and then next up we have Tara Meyer, who voices Dorothy Ann, aka D.A. Hudson. She is definitely the bookworm of the class. Her catchphrase is, "According to my research," and then she spouts out some sort of science fact. Then we have Erica Luttrell, who voices Keisha. Keisha is kind of like the athletic girl who's kind of like doesn't have any no nonsense about her. Unless, do you guys have anything different about Keisha?
Nope.
I'll be honest. Aside from Arnold and Carlos,
I don't remember any of these names.
and I only remember those two because they were settings in the story.
Oh.
And
I remember Ralphie.
Yeah. Ralphie is voiced by Stuart Stone, by the way.
all right. So Ralphie and Arnold were both settings in the series. They took the Magic School Bus on a trip inside their bodies.
Yes, they
while
did.
they were sick or to see how digestion works.
Yes.
And I'm not sure how the permission slip works for that.
I don't think there was a permission slip in there.
There really should have been, but oh well.
Imagine you're the principal and you go to check on Miss Frizzel several times throughout the year, and her entire class is just gone. And so is her bus, and you're like, I don't know where she is. She doesn't have a cell phone. We don't have cell phones.
Because this was before the age of cell phones, boys and girls.
This was in the 90s.
Miss Frizzle kidnapped the entire class. I have no idea where she is at the end of the school day. Oh, thank goodness she's alive, and so are the kids. And they seem happy, so it's probably all right.
Maya Filler voices Phoebe. She was the one who always said, back in my old school, we never did something like this. And it's just like, to be honest, she always really annoyed me on the TV show.
She's a Karen in the making.
Baby Karen.
And then we have Max Beckford, and then later on, Andre Oatley Torrent, who voices Tim. He is he's an artistic one. He's always kind of drawing different comics as their various adventures. He actually also created a comic book based off of Ralphie's alter ego as a superhero called Weatherman.
You watched a lot more of this than I did, so I'm just like, okay, if you say so.
I did. Oddly enough, though, I did not watch it on PBS. I only watched a lot of it because our local library had them all on VHS.
Whereas I watched them because my teachers, it was either
Wanted a day off.
it was either that or Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill.
We'll
probably have to do him next year.
Which, I don't know, I think maybe we should talk about Dolph Lundgren instead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren is more of a scientist than Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Dolph Lundgren actually has a PhD.
Hey, Neil deGrasse Tyson made an appearance in this one too.
Yes, he did.
Because he was always...
He demoted Pluto. We can't be friends.
Nope. And then, last but not least, Lisa Yamanka. I'm butchering
The
that.
only Asian one.
I'm sorry for butchering that name. Voices Wanda, who is kind of like, who wants to be like the class leader or the class president or something like that. She always wants to be the one in charge.
Which is ridiculous because Miss Frizzle's in charge.
Is she though.
And when Miss Frizzle isn't in charge, the lizard is in charge.
Liz. Although, to be honest, I don't really know what type of lizard he is.
That's not important.
There's a magic school bus. You don't think the lizard can also be magical?
Yeah, that's not important.
All right.
Speaking of, let's talk about the magic school bus and what it can do and where it's gone.
It's gone to space. It's gone to underneath the ocean. It's gone back in time.
It's gone into a couple of the kids. That sounds weirder than...
It really does.
It really sounds a lot worse than it really is.
Also, the very first episode, one of the kids dies.
This is a kid's show. None of the kids die.
Nope.
I was like, sorry. He takes his helmet off in the middle of space, and he freezes. And then they thaw him back out when they get...
I was going to say, like, to be fair, he just gets a cold.
So, yeah. But realistically... The real magic is the resurrection.
They go to a haunted house. They go to the desert. They go into a drive-in B movie with giant insects.
Which, magic or no, that actually sounds like a really fun field trip.
Tori's giving me a look like,
Isn't that basically just the B movie?
Well, they are talking about how insects are not actually as monstrous as they are in the movie.
You like jazz?
They go into the kitchen. They go to an ant colony and a whole bunch of other places.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
So why don't we talk about like what our favorite adventure for the Magic School Bus was? Colin?
The Busasaurus, obviously. The dinosaur episode.
That's because you're just really into dinosaurs.
Yes! And?
Tori?
I have slept since then. And to varying degrees of sleep. I don't know. Honestly, don't know if I ever had a favorite Magic School Bus episode. I mean, I liked the... Okay, I guess that says more about me. It shouldn't have surprised me when I got older, and I really liked Pascal from Tangled because I always liked the lizard.
Liz.
Like I felt like the lizard and the bus were the only two characters that really knew what was going on. But if I had to pick one, I guess it was. I have to remember one of them.
How about Going Batty, where they turn into bats?
No, I don't remember that one.
And they have to prove that Miss Frizzel is a vampire.
Nope, I think I would have remembered that one. I'm going to go with the one where they shrink down and they're on a blood cell. Whichever one that is. Because that's the only one that is coming to my brain.
That's the second episode. Or no, the third episode where they go inside Ralphie, isn't it?
I did not watch a lot. I only watched this in school, and if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't paying attention.
Shame. Shame. Where's the head of shame?
I did not enjoy, I was that weird kid who did not enjoy days of school where we didn't actually learn something. I mean, yeah, sure, sometimes I would learn something with the Frizz, but it was always I always felt like the Miss Frizzle episodes that we watched were always months after we had already learned about that thing in school. Yeah. And so I'm just like, we already know this. This is boring. I'm going to go doodle over here on this piece of paper, even though everyone in school knows I can't draw.
Okay.
You can't write either.
I can write. I just have poor penmanship.
Well, to be fair, it's not as bad as...
Penmanship does not dictate an ability to write. It dictates the ability of one's writing being able to be read.
Are you working on a doctorate?
Yes.
So it's going to get worse.
But I'm tis. My favorite episode was... It actually also involved Liz. I I don't really remember exactly how this happened, but Liz somehow gets taken to like a reptile sanctuary, and they have to rescue her. And yeah, the Magic School Bus is transformed into an alligator. To be honest, I don't. That's probably my favorite episode. Although, so like we mentioned before, the Magic School Bus was a book series. I actually also had the books growing up. My parents really so like when you're a kid and your parents read you a book every night, to go to sleep. My parents hated when me or my sister would pick a Magic School Bus book because they would have like little blurbs of facts that would go around whatever it is their book was about. We made our parents read every single fact on every single page instead of just the main plot, and our parents were like, not another Magic School Bus book, please. So yeah.
Okay, I think I found it. Cold Feet. Liz has disappeared and the trail leads to Herp Haven, which is some kind of spa for reptiles. There they see a woman named Mrs. Westlake ask for her turtle to be toasted and stuffed. Just like the last one, they decide to lead a rescue mission to find Liz, on which they learn about reptiles and how they need to move from place to place to get comfortable because they are cold-blooded, which comes in handy as the Frizz has turned them into some.
Yes.
Which is a common occurrence, getting turned into animals.
Getting turned into various things throughout the series. Also, there was an episode we talked about it where it's like they think Miss Frizzle is a vampire. They actually instead of the students going on this trip, it's their parents. So in the episode Going Batty, Ralphie is convinced that Miss Frizzle is a vampire.
It's always Ralphie.
Which is a wild theory because we've seen her in the sunlight.
Mostly.
Have we?
Multiple times.
Have we?
Was she actually in the sun or was she just in the bus?
Yeah.
She drives Magic School Bus, which has a mirror, which you can see her reflection in.
So,
okay.
To be honest, though, this was because she was wearing a cape and speaking with a Transylvanian accent the whole episode.
Because it was Halloween.
Yes.
Or it was coming up to Halloween.
It was coming up to Halloween, and she takes all of their parents on a field trip to an abandoned castle where they are convinced that she is going to suck their blood and transform them into other vampires.
So at least we know where the kids get their eccentric ideas from.
I also remember there was an episode where Miss Frizzle actually competed in like an Olympic-style event where they actually have to go inside. Actually, there's 3 people that the kids go inside, and one of them was actually Miss Frizzle, where they have to like help her get breath as she's moving along, expand her muscles and things like that. So to help her, they helped her essentially cheat to win at this athletic event.
I mean, it's not like it's going to come up on a test.
No.
How do you test for has a school bus has a Magic School Bus in her system?
To be honest, I don't know. Now that I think about it, who
Maybe
was driving the bus?
Maybe a metal detector. Also, I think it's been shown that the Magic School Bus can move itself.
That's why it's magic.
Thing like cars, it has a mouth and eyes and all that. Miss Frizz drives the bus, but does she really drive the bus, or is the bus just letting her be in the driver's seat?
Well, Miss Frizzle also transforms the bus into whatever they need to do for the episode.
Does she even have a driver's license?
Lord only knows.
It's like going back to the Mary Poppins, but as a teacher. Are we sure she's actually a person and not some weird fey creature that decided to?
Well, she could be, but who's
abduct
to
kids and
say
teach
the
them?
Fae can't get a teaching license?
Yes.
This was the 90s. You think we were doing really hardcore background checks on our teachers? We didn't start doing that till the 2000s. No, in all honesty, they probably were. But I still maintain, who's to say that a member of the Fae realm could not get a teaching license? If anything, they might make them better.
And I mean, to be fair, we don't really see any other teachers in this school.
We don't see any other kids in this school.
So basically, this school can just be made up of this one class. So another big part of the Magic School Bus was after their adventure, they would have another animated segment where they would actually have a producer, whether male or female. The male was voiced by Malcolm Jamal Warner, and the female was voiced by Susan Blue. And they would they would actually answer real kids' questions about the episode. Basically like, well, how can the Magic School Bus do this when this takes forever? And then they explain basically like, it's a TV show. We sped it up just for time. This is not real.
How can Magic School Bus do XYZ? It's a magic school bus.
But yeah, it was just like, it was kind of cool to actually see real kids actually talking about stuff that the Magic School Bus talked about in the episode, as well as Liz just still trying to have shenanigans in the office of one of the producers. So, so there, like Colin said, there actually is a revival series on Netflix called The Magic School Bus Rides Again.
Which I think it's Miss Frizz's sister?
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Who takes over teaching. Liz is still around, and so is the school bus.
Yep. The new Miss Frizzel is voiced by Kate McKinnon. However, it did not do that well.
But it still lasted from 2017 to 2021.
So it actually
4 years, not bad.
Not bad. Although
actually, it beat out the original because the original was from 94 to 97.
That's true.
Only 3 years.
Okay, so I just learned this by just looking up just now. So the new Magic School Bus, they, did a new intro called Ride on the Magic School Bus. However, it was performed by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Is there anything this man is not in?
I mean, seriously,
He wasn't in Hades Town. That's what he wasn't in.
Yeah, he wasn't in Hades Town.
Yet. Just give him a few years. I'm sure they're going
The guy's playing Hermes in Percy Jackson.
No!
Give him a minute.
No.
Let's see. He was in Hamilton. He did The Lion King.
Let me go on the record here real quick before people start thinking I hate Lin-Manuel Miranda. I do not. Okay? I do not hate Lin-Manuel Miranda. I do enjoy Lin-Manuel Miranda. However, I feel like I can't find anything that's got decent like any movies or shows or theater anymore that has good music that he has not touched in some way. I'm getting Lin-Manuel Miranda out. Okay?
I don't know if that's a wanting to see less of the wanting to see more of other people actually doing work.
I want other people to rise to his level and come up with good work. Just give the guy a challenge. Okay, he's not getting challenged anymore.
No, it's like Lin-Manuel Miranda, it's kind of like, he's one of those people that, like, you hear him the first few times, it's like, okay, this is good, this is original. And then as it goes on, it's just like, you kind of catch on to some of the beats and some of the music cues that he uses a lot. And it's just like, okay.
And the rhythm he likes to build off into. And
it's like, okay, we can tell this is, it's like, oh, this sounds very familiar. Written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
That's it. Because, I mean, let's all be honest. Moana was great. He did a lot of music for that. Hamilton, great. He did the music for that. Although, to be honest, Hamilton is a little overplayed. In the Heights, he did the music for that. Very great.
Encanto.
Great.
However, he was also in Mary Poppins Returns.
He was. I haven't seen Mary Poppins Returns yet. So.
Don't.
Oh,
Just stick with the original Mary Poppins with Julie Andrews.
It was definitely a thing that was done,
Yes.
and I applaud everyone's effort, and everyone did the best they could.
Yes.
A lot of people making a return. Nanny McPhee returned. Mary Poppins returned. Miss Frizzel returned for like 5 minutes before she gave it over to her sister.
Yep.
But it wasn't of the Lin-Manuel Miranda projects. Mary Poppins Returns is not in the top 5.
Yep. And then he actually did the music for the Lion King prequel, Mufasa.
Which is actually why the music in Moana 2 is not as good as Moana 1.
Because he was busy doing another project for Disney.
No, he was doing the Mufasa prequel.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, so he couldn't do Moana 2, and that's why the music is not as good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was just like, he couldn't do it because he was doing another project for Disney. So anyway,
back to the topic at hand.
Yep.
We're not talking about
Disney.
We're not talking about
Anyway,
Disney.
Magic School Bus.
So, any other points you want to talk about the Magic School Bus?
I wonder how many people got pet lizards because of this show.
Probably a lot. Although to be honest, there's an episode where they're talking about like physics and force and stuff, and they're all on a pinball machine, and I'm like, I want that pinball machine. And then,
I got nothing to add.
Now we haven't seen the revival. I could, it's like, I don't know if the revival is the same cast of characters or a new class or whatever.
I mean, it has to be a new class.
I mean, you'd say that, and then they could also just be the same group of kids just in a different grade. But it would be kind of cool to actually see like do a true sequel series where it's the kids that we knew from the original show. At least in my opinion.
I'm looking it up.
Okay.
The animation did have a major change, but
Pause for technical stuff.
I'm
Pause
looking it up.
for not doing your homework.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like it is the same kids.
Haha! So, I really think we should do like a sequel series where it's the children of the kids from the original series, but that's just me.
This is also where I found first time. Her name's Valerie Frizzel.
Valerie Frizzel.
Professor Valerie Frizzel.
Ah.
She got her PhD.
Okay. Well, all right. I don't think if anyone else has another point, I think that kind of will wrap it up for tonight.
All right.
What will we be talking about next time?
We'll be talking about a little blue dog. Blue's Clues.
Not Bluey.
Not Bluey.
Believe
Not
it or not.
Bluey. No, yes. With every generation, there is a little blue dog. We will talk about that next week.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye.